Welcome to May and welcome to another Top 5 of the week. Also, happy belated International Workers' Day. First on my list of 5 recommendations for your reading pleasure is from volume 24 of Africa's Pulse on Climate Change Adaptation and Economic Transformation in Sub-Saharan Africa that discusses several issues including how climate change is an economic transformation source, the role of African youth in combating climate change, and what kind of support African nations require most in the long term. Despite being disproportionately impacted by climate change, African nations are implementing structural and macroeconomic reforms. More funding is, however, needed to achieve an inclusive and strong recovery from the pandemic and support climate action. Second, from the McKinsey Global Institute is a book that highlights how despite having so much potential economically, gender inequality and not enough gender diversity is hindering socioeconomic progress in Africa. Progress towards gender equality in the African workplace is not much different from other regions. Progress towards equality in society differs as Africa is behind the rest of the world. Some challenges include maternal mortality rate, which is 4 times the global average, as well as legal protection, child marriages, and violence against women. 5 areas of focus to attain gender parity suggested in the book are investing in human capital, creating economic opportunities, leveraging technology, shaping attitudes, and enforcing laws, policies, and regulations. Up next is a research paper that notes that people in low and middle-income countries usually face the most challenges accessing quality healthcare services. The study suggests health system strengthening strategies that can help African nations attain universal health coverage. Such interventions include financial support, increasing workforce, improving leadership capacity in health facilities, and developing and upgrading infrastructure of primary healthcare facilities. The results reveal that implementing the aforementioned interventions not only strengthens health systems, but also contributes immensely to African nations attaining universal health coverage. My 4th recommendation is a briefing note on the AFCFTA that provides an illustration of the types of issues that can be approached in the AFCFTA protocol on e-commerce, such as expediting the negotiations for the protocol, given the considerable changes in the world economy since the COVID-19 pandemic. The report also shows strategies being adopted by the continent to build back better for the 4th industrial revolution. It concludes by showing the value of consolidating a Pan-African position on e-commerce negotiations and the need to ensure better coherence with other protocols of the AFCFTA. Last but certainly not least is a look at the institutional architecture to address illicit financial flows. It highlights sources of illicit financial flows in Africa, including corruption, trade tax fraud, money laundering, and trade misinvoicing. The report equally shows the impact of such activities on the economy of the continent, some of which are worsened by macroeconomic conditions, increased inequality on the continent, and reduction in the benefits of economic activities. The report concludes by highlighting the need for African countries to establish comprehensive frameworks for tackling illicit financial flows based on comprehensive policies and up-to-date laws and regulations, as well as strong collaboration and coordination amongst policymakers, customs tax officials, oversight bodies, the media, and civil society. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and a wonderful month. Stay safe. Goodbye.